Recording. All right, so I'm Rebecca with the Ramsey Group, and I'm here with Lisa with the Ramsey Group as well, and Sabrina from OrangeTheory Fitness, Charlotte University. Welcome.
Thanks, guys.
So, Sabrina, tell us a little bit about who you are and what do you do?
All right, so I am a certified personal trainer, and I am the regional trainer, one of the regional trainers for OrangeTheory Fitness, as well as the head coach at our Charlotte University location. So what I do is I help manage fitness professionals, like personal trainers that help lead these group workouts, and then I oversee other studios for compliance purposes and all that. So
Okay.
I'm busy.
So Lisa and I are both members of OrangeTheory, so we're very familiar with it. But for those that aren't, tell us a little bit about what is OrangeTheory.
Sure. So OrangeTheory is a 1-hour workout. It is high intensity interval training. And during classes, we actually monitor your heart rate. So what's really neat about OrangeTheory is you see a little bit of everything while you're in the studio. So you'll see cardio intervals where we play around with your heart rate a little bit. You'll also see some water rowing machines, and you'll see different resistance training exercises. So what's neat about OrangeTheory is it's not like you always use one thing. You always will use kind of almost every piece of equipment once you're in there. But in regards to resistance training, we have BOSU ball exercises and TRX exercises, which help work smaller stabilizers that a lot of us don't think of when we work out. But we also have dumbbells and body weight movements as well. So,
okay. Lisa, what caused you to be interested in OrangeTheory and then end up falling in love with it? Because you've been doing it for over 4 years.
4 years. I've always been one to work out. It's just, I've done, the Y, I've done Gold's Gym. I've done, all way back to, I'm going to show my age, Holiday Spa, and doing the, the true aerobics when it first came out. What I really love is I started running consistently. Probably when I was about 40, I decided to do a triathlon for my 40th birthday. So I really started running. And what I love about OrangeTheory and what makes it different is it's really, the cardio is treadmill based. And so it's running, and I love to run. So I couldn't give that up. And so that's my favorite piece of it, is that high intensity interval training designed kind of around a treadmill.
Okay. And I've been, just to share, I've been doing it a little over 3 years now. And I like the fact that I can do the cardio, but I've never been one for the weights. I've done it because I've had to for sports, but I've always been worried to do it on my own. Am I doing this correctly? Am I hurting myself more than causing benefits and things like that? So I really love that there is a coach and it changes every single day.
Yes.
So that was one of the things that has kept me going for 3 years. So Sabrina, in light of everything that's going on right now and that, I'm at home with 2 kids. What can I do to stay active myself and be active with my kids and just not lay on the couch all day long?
Yeah, so one of the things that can obviously be really hard in times like this is we want to get outside. So a lot of us are just like, okay, we're quarantined or we're not allowed to go outside, but you're allowed to go outside. It's just, gyms are closed, certain places are closed, but that doesn't mean you can't go outside and get fresh air. So you can do things that range from, walking or running around your neighborhood. You can go outside with your kids, play basketball, things like that. One of the things is I don't have children, but I have a dog. So one of the things I've been doing more is going for a walk around the block. So I've been like doubling our time outside, making like our walks a little bit longer. So just things that you would regularly do, you can add a little bit extra, and that can help out, kind of get you not so stir crazy being inside. But in addition to that, there are so many things that you can do in the house in regards to fitness, ranging from body weight exercises to getting super creative. Like if you have, like honestly, you can go from like a bucket of paint to like a bag of potatoes and like get a little creative with what you want to do. I've literally seen it all in the past couple of days. But I've had a lot of really cool like pictures and stuff from members telling me they've gone outside and like a group of like 2 or 3 and like done some fun things together, or just doing stuff in your house, in regards to like squats, lunges, things like that.
So if I've never partaken at home fitness and I don't have the equipment and that sort of thing, what resources can I go to try and find exercises to do, or to make, again, like my concern always is that I'm causing more harm than good by doing certain things. What's out there for us to reach out to and do? Any particular favorites?
Yeah, so I'm biased, but OrangeTheory has actually released home workouts for you guys. It's about 30 minutes, but you can always, if you wanted to make it longer, you can make it longer. If you want to add cardio in a different way to what's on there, you can. But what's really neat about it is they almost treat it a little bit like a regular class. So they'll kind of put the block on there that we typically call our exercise a block. And they're going to show you guys how to do the exercises beforehand. So show you the form beforehand. And then we talk about having the little people move during class to show you exercises. And you can actually watch the exercises that you're supposed to do in the circuit you're supposed to do, which I find really neat, because you can find programs. I mean, you can Google like high intensity interval training, and like people will pop up with like, you should do 15 squats, like however many times and whatever. But if you don't know how to do them, the OrangeTheory home workouts are a really good way to do that, other than just going to like YouTube and Googling something and hoping that they're doing a squat the right way. So that's really neat. But there are also, it's probably the best one that I would go with in regards to if you've never worked out or you're not too familiar with working out at home, the best way to get like your form correct and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, they did a really good job. I did the workout this morning, and they did a really good job explaining, just like what they do in class, keep your hands over your shoulders, and just all those reminders of how to stay safe when you're doing the exercises.
Okay. And for those that are looking, the links to everything is down below. And Sabrina did let us know beforehand that you do not have to be a member to these workouts. Do you have any other favorites? Are there any YouTube people or other non-OrangeTheory people that you've been a fan of?
Honestly, I'm not that I can think of totally off the top of my head. I was a spin instructor, so I know like a lot more about like cardio, stuff like that. I know that there are some really good running programs, like a Couch to 5K is a fan favorite. If you're someone who like just wants to get outside, I would recommend Couch to 5K. If you've never run, it's a good way to incorporate like running and walking. And then there are some apps like MyFitnessPal where you can use to like track food, and some of them actually will have exercise recommendations and stuff in there for you guys as well.
That's a great idea. Something that you said just made me think a lot of the races that have just been postponed have been rescheduled to August. So now would be a great time to set a goal to do I think the Whitewater Center, the Color Me Green was rescheduled to August. Set a goal now and follow the Couch to 5K or something like that to get ready for one of these 5Ks in August.
Yeah, for sure.
So when your day off and it's rainy out, as it's potentially supposed to be next week, what do you use as your motivation to get yourself up and to get to your workout?
It's going to sound really corny, but you guys, like 100%, because I know that I talk to you guys a lot about, we have to keep moving, especially in a time like this. Like, we really want to be moving, stay active. Like, what's your why? I say that a lot. Like, what's your reason for walking through the doors? For a lot of us, like myself included, like motivation is really hard for a workout. And sometimes, walking through the door of a gym is like the biggest accomplishment. So when you're at home and you have that discipline to do something like that at your house, like I think that's huge. Because when I come home, like I spend all the time at the gym. So when I come home, like I'm ready for my couch. Like I'll be perfectly honest, like I'm ready for my couch. So having that motivation inside, like that is already like a huge deal. And I think about you guys and everything like that. And that makes me be like, I'm going to do this for them. Like I'm going to do this for my members. I'm going to keep them in the back of my head, and I'm going to think of my why while I do this. And that helps me move from the couch to the floor and get moving that way.
Awesome. What do you think is the biggest mistake a newbie will make in fitness?
going too hard too fast. Like definitely. So if you're trying to like start a new exercise program, you're super excited. We'll always see a lot of people who are super excited, which makes us super excited. And they try to do a little bit more, and then they need a longer time to rest. So what I would say is listen to your body. Like if it feels good, awesome. Like go with it. But if you're starting to feel like, oh, I feel like I'm like really tapping out a little bit, like I don't know if I could do much more, don't do much more. Give yourself like know that that's your limit and use that as motivation. Like, okay, I ran 1 mile today. Like maybe you could have made it 1.5 miles, but stop at that mile and then the next day build off of it. And then the next thing you know, you're running 3 miles and you feel great.
Awesome. What's the one luxury fitness item that you can't live without?
Oh gosh. I was actually talking about this a lot today, and I'm a big fan. There are 2 pieces of equipment that I love that our gym has. One of them is a rower. I'm obsessed with the water rower. And the other thing that I really love is the Bosu ball. It's basically, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it looks like if you picture like a big exercise ball and you chop it in half and put a bottom on it. So you can use a flat side or you can use like a dome side, and it makes things unsteady for you. So one of the things that works really well is stabilizers like in your abdomen as well as your shoulders and your lower body. And I just love that. And then the water rower works over 84% of the muscles in your body every time you use it. So big fan.
Me too.
Yes. Yes.
So if you could offer one piece of advice during this time of uncertainty for all of us, what would you offer?
I think one piece of advice is look forward in a positive way. So yes, times are tough now, but we will get through it, but we need to be positive about it. There is a lot of negative going on with closures and all that stuff. Like there's a lot going on. But thinking about, the fact that we can wake up every day and we can move our bodies, like there are some people who cannot move their bodies. So I would try to think of something like that, like something that you can do that we maybe take for granted every day, like embracing it, and thinking of it not as something we take advantage of.
Awesome. I really appreciate that. Is there anything we didn't cover that you wanted to share or tell us about, or questions for us?
Not that I can fully think of. I think we covered a lot of good information for you guys to kind of use at home. One of the things that I will mention is if you're looking to do something with your kids, anything that's like fitness related, body weight, running, all that stuff is really great for them to do as well. So if you're like, kind of like, I don't know if I want to do this workout because, I want to make sure the kids are doing whatever. And that they're taken care of. Like that's something you guys can maybe think about doing together depending on the age of them. I know that I have some friends that have babies and they've been sending me fun pictures of them doing like squats holding their baby. So you can get super creative. So just kind of get creative with them.
I just thought of this. Do you have a favorite playlist on Spotify or Amazon Music or anything like that you use when you work out personally?
Ooh, that's a good one. So I use Spotify, and then there's this app called Pacemaker that works with Spotify Plus. So if you have Spotify Premium, a lot of people will make playlists on Pacemaker and they can blend songs. So like if when you're listening to a song on Spotify, sometimes it's 3 minutes and like the last minute of it is basically a beat. Like what Pacemaker will do when people use it is they can like cut that part of it like out and blend it right into another song. So those 2, and then I love like Fit Radio or Rock My Run have playlists already made. So if you're someone that's like, I don't really know any songs, but like I seem to really like the top 40. Like you can find a playlist that's like the top 40 on Fit Radio, which is good. So there's a lot of good apps that are like free or give you like 30-day trials that you can test out. But those are the top 4 apps, and I listen to like everything from, I have like favorite 80s rock playlists that they come to, like today's pop to today's rap. Like I got it all. So there's a lot of really good ones out there.
Awesome.
Well, Sabrina, we really, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll share this all with you. But again, it's Rebecca and Lisa with the Ramsey Group. Sabrina, pronounce your last name for me.
Pollitt.
Pollitt. Okay. I didn't want to totally butcher. Sabrina Pollitt with the OrangeTheory University studio, and she is also regional trainer for the Charlotte, North Carolina, all country.
Yep. Western North Carolina.
Awesome. Well, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Be safe. Wash your hands.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Yes. Bye, guys.